Say man, hey man, it's your boy Dodo Harlem. We're back with another NBA 2K26 build video, and I have a 6'9" big body Benz high flying 3-point sniper, and I want this build to have a 93-point shot and a 93 driving dunk. So make sure you watch the video to the end so I can show you how I created this masterpiece. Choose the hand of your choice and the jersey number of your choice. Let's get it, man. As you can see, we're going to small forward position, 6'9" for the height, 188 on the weight, 6'10" on the wingspan. Let's get into it. So we're gonna start the finishing. Now this build is considered a slasher, and I'll show you why I did what I did. So the close shot did go up to a 70. We're just going to leave it right there. If you want paint product, just take it up. For the driving layup, we're going to take that up to a 70 as well, and I think that's a solid amount of layup. When it comes to it, you can make layups with that. For the driving dunk, now I said the build would have a 93 driving dunk, but you have to have some cap breakers. And the way that I have the build set up, I couldn't just get a build of 93 out the gate, and we just took it to an 89. So you will need 4 cap breakers to get it to a 93, but we will take the vertical up to an 80 out the gate, so you don't have to worry about that. Now with the standing dunk, we just left it right there, went up to a 54, and for the post control, it did go up to a 50 on its own. We're not necessarily worried about that. So that's what we have for the finishing. Even if you decide to leave the driving dunk right there at 89, I think that's fine too. Now we go to the shooting. So the reason we don't have a 91 3-point shot is because when you take your wingspan all the way down to get that 91 3-point shot, your driving dunk goes down to a 92. So we had to take it up one tick so we can get that 93 driving dunk. So we sacrifice shifty shooter being on goal, which you can max +1 that, and you can get it to go. I don't think it'll make or break the build, in my opinion. You still will be able to get deep bomb if some people want that. So that 93-point shot is still good no matter how you look at it. 1 point shouldn't make the build a bad build. So we have dead eye on silver, limited range silver, shifty shooter silver, and we have set shot specialist on gold. And I think that's really solid for this particular build. And as you can see, the mid-range shot did go up to 80 on its own, so you should be able to make mid-range shots. You should be able to make 3-point shots. And the free throw on this build, we did take that to a 73. If you think that's too low, go ahead and take it up. That's totally up to you. Now with the playmaking on this build, at first I was going to leave the passing at a 71. And, you know, that still would have been okay. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends on who's looking at the build. Some people think a 71 is not good, okay? And lately I've been taking these builds passing to a 76 so we can get that versatile visionary on silver, break start on silver, and diamond on silver. So you do have good passing on this build, so you can make those passes anytime you're out there, and that's a good thing in my opinion. For the ball handle, we're going to take that up to an 80. That does allow us to get unpluckable. We got anchor assassin, we got handle for days. So yes, you will be able to get your own shot. That's very important with a build like this. Now we took the weight down so we can get a 75 speed with ball, and if you know a 75 speed with ball, you get lightning lunge on silver. So that's why we took the weight down. So it's a reason I do everything that I do with these builds, and to make them the way that I see should be good, you know. Now let's move to the defense. So with the interior defense, we are going to take that up to a 60. That's all we need because of the block that we have. So we're going to leave it right there. No, we don't get post lockdown. If you want that, take it up to a 74, and it should be pretty cheap on this build. Now with the perimeter defense, we did take that to an 84. We didn't want to change the name of the build, so we took it to an 84. You add 1 cap breaker, that would be an 85, and then you should be good. So technically you need about 5 cap breakers for this build the way that I have it set up. Now with the steal, we're going to take that to a 73. That's enough to get us interceptor and glove. So you will be able to get some passing lane steals at least. If you don't care about the passing lane steal, take it down further than that. It's up to you, but a 73 should be able to get the job done. Now when it comes to the block, you could do this 2 ways. I just left it at a 78, right? But it depends on how many cap breakers you have. If you have a lot of cap breakers, take it to a 79, then add your 5 cap breakers to get it to an 84. You can do that if you want to. So that'll be 5 right there, 1 on the perimeter, that's 6, and then 4 on driving dunk, that's 10. So if you have 10 cap breakers, take your block to a 79 and then add some cap breakers there to get it to an 84. But a 78 still should be able to get the job done. Now with the rebound, we're going to take the offensive rebound to a 75, and the defensive rebound is a 73. Okay. Now with the speed on this build, we do have an 85 speed. That's good for a 6'9". The agility, we're going to do an 83. I think that's good too, but you can get it to an 85 with 2 cap breakers. The strength is like it's not super high, but it's not super low either. We have a 73 strength. You got strong handle on gold, so you should be good with that. And we're going to put the rest on the vertical, just in case you want to get that drive and dunk to a 93. Okay, now let's get into the cap breaker. Not cap breaker, but shades up. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Now, don't really like the shades up, but you know it is what it is. We have the high flying 3-point sniper, and it just feel like I done made this build already, but I typed it in on my YouTube channel, and they say I haven't created this build yet, but I don't know. But anyway, no weaknesses. Let's get into the cap breaker. So, like I said, it just depends on how many cap breakers you have. Me personally, I have about 8 cap breakers, about to have 9, and you know, it's just a preference at the end of the day. If you want to make the build like I have it, that's fine. If you want to just like take the block to a 79 and then add the cap breakers and get it to an 84, you know, that's fine too if you want to do that. We're gonna need 1 on perimeter defense and 4 on the drive and dunk if you want that 93 drive and dunk. But if you don't care about the 93 drive and dunk, you just want an 89, take your wingspan down 1, get to a 91.3, and you can go from there. And that's a build. I'm out of here. Charge!